Right. A very good afternoon to absolutely everyone here, to our wonderful audience and our panelists, who I will be introducing shortly. My name is Devina from the Economic Times, and I'm so happy to welcome you all to our season two of this very special LinkedIn Live series, which is focused entirely on leading change with higher education leaders. This initiative is entirely by ETEducation in partnership with Coursera for Campus. So, as we said, this is season two, and on this season, we are going to take the conversation even further than season one. We will spotlight how forward thinking Indian institutions are truly driving digital transformation. We are redefining the learning experience and preparing students ultimately for the future of the workplace. And of course, AI is changing the very fabric of education. So, to get us started, we will explore deeply how this transformation is really reshaping everything from how content is created to how learning is personalized and what it truly means for the future of higher education. So, from adaptive learning platforms, intelligent tutoring systems, to virtual labs, campus wide automation, technology has really moved from a supporting function to a strategic cornerstone of academic excellence. And with this shift comes both immense opportunity as well as responsibility. So, now the first episode that we are here presenting to you, our theme is transforming higher education for the age of AI. And we'll really deep dive today into how higher education institutions can harness AI driven innovation to create agile, inclusive learning pathways that meet the needs of tomorrow's workforce. Our speakers today, our very esteemed panelists, will help us understand how higher education can remain a catalyst for innovation, how it can create opportunity, and how the workforce readiness is really cultivated in an era which is completely defined by AI. So, without any further ado on my part, I'd like to warmly welcome our panelists today. We have joining us Kunwar Shekhar Vijendra. He's the co-founder and chancellor, Shobit University. Dr. H. Sudarshan Rao, Vice Chancellor, Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Anandpur. Dr. Raghuveer VR, Pro Chancellor, Chandigarh University, Chandigarh. And Kanishk Sharma, Director, Suresh Gyan Vihar University, Jaipur. Joining us as well is Prashasti Rastogi, Senior Director, Coursera for Campus, and together we will really be driving the conversation. So, before anything else, to all our panelists, such a warm welcome to you. Thank you all for joining us today. Such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for the invitation. Good to be here too.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, so let's deep dive right into it. To all of our panelists, as we have discussed today, AI is really reshaping every aspect of education. We're looking at how students learn, which is completely evolving, to how institutions operate. So, from your perspective, how do you see AI driven transformation redefining teaching and learning in higher education today? Let's start with some context setting here. Kanishk, would you like to kickstart?
Hi, yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I feel blessed to be amongst such good company. When it comes to I would first like to hark back to the original cornerstone of all education. We talk about Bloom's taxonomy. And when we talk about Bloom's taxonomy, what we have seen in Indian education and education all around, that for a very long time we have been stuck to the first two levels of the Bloom's taxonomy pyramid, which is recall and understanding. This age, which is defined by AI, now gives us a chance, so to say, to explore the other layers of this pyramid. The other layers being creating, evaluating, analyzing, applying. So, this, I believe, is an opportunity where we can now move from recall and reproduction to judgment based learning, where we are able to deeply understand and then create. So, assessments are also now going to shift from recall and reproduction based assessments to assessments where your portfolios are being analyzed, where you're being encouraged to develop things which are driven by original and critical thinking. So, I believe that's one thing that AI will or is in fact doing currently. Secondly, I believe that AI should be used as a thinking partner and not as crutches. Like, we don't want students to be dependent on AI completely. We want them to consider AI and AI driven tools as thinking partners in their quest to delve deeper. So I believe that AI is in a way shaping minds and redefining our assessment platforms, redefining the way that we are teaching, and also in a way leading the way forward towards creation and co-creation. So that, in a way, I believe is what AI has been doing. And we've had beautiful examples. We've had Jill Watson from Georgia Tech, a wonderful virtual assistant. We've had MIT's RAISE. We've had the Open Learning Initiative from Carnegie Mellon. Here at Gyanbehar also, we are trying to develop our own virtual assistant. A virtual assistant which will understand what teachers are trying to teach. It'll be customizable, and understanding what a certain teacher wants to teach, it will try to create universalizable modules for students or even far off students who even need the help of remote learning. So I believe AI is also a way of universalizing higher education, because as universities, as places of higher education, we also have some kind of social responsibility. So this could, in fact, in a way, very well lead our path forward towards a universal higher education revolution also, where good teaching, good modules, good pedagogy could be, spread across, proliferated with the use of AI.
Wonderful. Thank you for that context setting, Kanishk. I'd love to invite some of our other speakers in. Vijendra ji, would you like to add something here as well in your perspective? What is this big shift that we are going through right now?
Thank you, Kanishk, for setting the tone. And right from Bloom taxonomy to many other things. If I look at education as such, for me, education is fundamentally a human endeavor. Higher education for the age of AI is a journey of innovation, inclusiveness, and inspiration. As Kanishk also mentioned, more accessibility is there, privatization, personalization of learning has happened through AI. Because a lot of things, what was happening, one shoe fits all, one size fits all, that was happening. But now in the classrooms, everywhere, the change has come. And we can see that what learner needs, according to the learner, the change is coming. So personalized learning is one thing, but change has come. Secondly, like intelligent tutoring or feedback taking, this exercise we have seen in Shovid University also, that this change has come very aggressively using AI. When I look at to analyze the student success, it was not happening like only the examination was one tool or some assessment in between. So that change has come now. Every day using all these tools, the teacher understands that what is happening, what is the progress of the learner. The most important thing from the rote learning to real experimental learning is happening. More inclusive learning has started happening. As AI is a tool, we have a lot of data is available. So what we have done, like we have integrated AI in all our programs, even in Ayurveda, you will be happy to know. Like AI and integration with Ayurveda in our Ayurvedic Medical College, or AI in agriculture. It is not only AI, technology is happening. So why it is happening? Because a lot of data is available, a lot of research can be done, a lot of inter and multidisciplinary programs can be there. Micro certifications, what we were thinking earlier, that how they will be there or they should be from within the course. But now these multidisciplinary micro certification programs are there. And Shisti, thank you very much for sharing a link yesterday about an initiative of Coursera also. So these things are coming, and I personally feel that in long run, AI is going to complement education leaders to become co-learners. One data says that around 90% youth, if I say students, they already know about AI. They are using AI, and some of them are limited to ChatGPT, etc., etc. But when a survey was done in the university and we asked them, how many of you are familiar with artificial intelligence and its magic? What can be done with it? the number was less than 30%. So this is a challenge which has to be taken care. The same thing is in the faculty fraternity also, because to learn new things, especially for a professor, especially for those who are in teaching since long, it's a big challenge. So when we ask them how much AI you are using or you are doing, then suddenly the numbers are very small. So when we talk about what transformation is happening in higher education by the integration of AI, we have to see what transformation we have to bring in coming years. First, to make our faculty members and students as co-learners, because now no more role of a Guruji is there that somebody will stand on the podium and say what I teach is right. Now more questioning is there, more curiosity is there, more queries are there, and this is what AI has created. So it means more research can be there. I look forward from integration of AI in higher education that one day cloud research will start in this country. And we know about cloud computing, we know about that open research platforms will be there. However, we all are talking about patents. So many patents we have, you have, all the universities are having. But the time has come when no more IPR, more towards the open world, global learning and global research will be there for the benefit of the society at large. So, yeah, this is from my
Thank
side.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, again, we have such a strong foundation here. And again, to look more to the future, we are in a world where, of course, the future of job, the role demands are evolving rapidly. In fact, the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs Report 2025 has pointed to an extreme rise in demand for both AI skills and human capabilities such as analytical thinking and creativity. So, with this kind of mixture of the demands, which are clearly there as per statistics, how are universities preparing their students to meet these needs that are evolving so much? Dr. Raghuveer, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. See, very good insights from the previous two people, but my take on AI is slightly different because being an AI researcher, so there has been a lot of talks about learning about this artificial intelligence and utilizing artificial intelligence for the day-to-day productivity and other things. From the perspective of an university, what we feel is that there is a huge number of students who are getting enrolled into various programs of the university. We hardly get enough chances to interact with each and every student to understand their aspirations in life. So for the first time, we have introduced a concept of purpose-driven education, where we wanted to align the passion of the student with the program that they have enrolled for, leading to the profession in their passionate area. When you want to do such an experiment, it cannot happen the uniform way across all the students of your classroom. Neither the teacher will be able to understand about the 60 different passionate areas of the students. That is where we wanted to utilize AI in a big way. While curating the programs for the students, we wanted to make sure that the students' aspirations are aligned with the purpose and the need of that particular program. That is one area. Second area is that, like, we wanted to utilize AI for the progression tracking of the students, because when there are around 10,000 plus students in a big university system, it is very difficult for the teacher to go behind each student to understand whether they are progressing as per their aspirations and their expectations. So many a times what we see is that the immediate performance on the subjects itself will be an indicator, and we realize that they're performing well. By the end of it, by the time they graduate, the industry trends would have changed a lot. So that may result in sudden embarrassment for the students. So we wanted an early intervention for the students right from the first year of study. It is more like a predictive healthcare. We wanted to make it like a predictive progression tracking. So having set some target and an outcome that the student is expected to achieve, and the various subjects are getting mapped to that kind of expectations. Are they progressing in the right track or not will be notified to the students then and there. And some corrective action needs to be taken by the teachers, and some needs to be taken by the mentors, and some by the parents and other people. So we see it as a bigger opportunity for the progression tracking to understand whether the learner is progressing appropriately to their aspiring opportunities that they have decided to enroll into an academic ecosystem. So towards that, we are preparing the students on two different areas. One is upskilling themselves in terms of the AI skills to effectively use AI, because I would repeatedly tell to my students, in the age of AI, we should be more human. We should not be competing with AI on the aspects that AI is better in. Rather, we need to utilize it towards our advantage. So if machine is learning, why should we learn about AI and still compete with it? Rather, we try to utilize it towards our requirements. So we wanted to utilize that towards the progression tracking, towards the curriculum building, and we took talent insights as one of the tools that we wanted to utilize towards identifying the futuristic trends and how to prepare the students for the emerging job markets, not only for the ones that are coming up immediately after their graduation. We wanted to make sure that they are sustainable in their profession. So that is why we wanted to align it with their purpose. So this purpose part, whatever they define, teacher will not be able to augment it with the content. So that is where we are planning to utilize AI in a big way.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, Doctor. And on that note, as you mentioned, the way in which the teachers are also interacting and evolving the programs, how can you say universities can look at empowering the faculty ultimately to really design these very agile learning pathways? And how does the faculty get in line with preparing the students for the future workforce?
That's a good question. Like as you asked, like we are asking the passion of the students. No time ever we ask the passion of the teachers. So
Yes.
unless the teachers' passionate areas are getting aligned with the students' passion, they will not be able to become a better mentor for the students. So what we did towards that is that we started asking the passionate areas of the teachers, because every now and then teachers are doing research in wide variety of areas, but we wanted to align their research to benefit the students as well. So we wanted the teachers to be transformed as research facilitators rather than being known for independent research that they do. So when their passionate area gets aligned with the students' passionate area, we want the teachers to curate their own faculty development programs as well. So that by the way, they develop themselves onto their most passionate area, meanwhile suggesting the student to develop the track that is needed for the students to excel into their passionate area as well. So this is the small start that we have done with respect to the faculty development. We call it personalized faculty development program. We use tools like Course Builder in order to curate their own faculty development program. And then we wanted them to curate the subjects down the line for their interested students who are aligning in that passionate area through the program builder tool of Coursera to design the set of courses that requires them to excel in that particular pathway. And then the teachers can obviously mentor them in a better way.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Thank you for helping us understand this very holistic perspective, which truly is the future of education. Dr. Sudarshan, let's come to you as well. We'd love to understand in your perspective, in your experience. So, how are universities really preparing students to meet the growing needs, the evolving needs of the workforce, and a little bit as well on how you're preparing your professors to meet this shift as well?
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. I wish all the participants a nice time, fruitful time. So the question is very, very relevant in the current scenario. That on the one side we have AI expertise, and other side the human capabilities are required. So we have already seen what is happening with the emergence of AI to the job market, particularly the students who are graduating in computer science and allied branches of engineering. The past 2 years, we have seen quite a good amount of decline in the placement scenario in the various universities, including my own university. So what we always train our students and teach our students is, in the scenario or in the age of AI, the society or the job or the industry doesn't require any coding engineers. But the computer science students of allied branches also should train themselves into critical thinking and problem solving and developing algorithms. This is the area in which they have to focus themselves, where human skills become more important and AI cannot take over the job particularly. So in that way, JNTU Anantapur, we are thinking and adopting methodologies that balance the technical, cognitive, and interpersonal skills of the students. So in this way, we propose to have foundational AI curricula covering generative AI, machine learning, and data sciences across all disciplines, not only computer science engineering, across all these disciplines, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, all disciplines of engineering, we are proposing this curricula. And we are trying to incorporate hands-on experience with AI tools and languages such as Python and TensorFlow to familiarize the students with the real-world technologies. And now we are creating AI research labs, innovation hubs, and campus-wide AI across the curriculum, total curriculum. And we are taking initiatives so that every student, regardless of the major or minor degree, they are trained in AI literacy. And on the faculty side also, we are organizing several faculty development programs as pointed out already by Raghuveer sir, and taking the interest of the faculty in their own areas and their expertise. We are organizing several faculty development programs throughout the state. Our government, Andhra Pradesh government, has also taken a big initiative on this AI application, and we are organizing faculty development programs to see that faculty are also very much trained in using AI as a helping agent to the teacher. Here we believe, particularly in technological university, we believe that AI can never replace the teacher, the human teacher. It can only assist the teacher for better focus and better learning. So with this motive, we are preparing our students, making them ready to the industry and to cope up with the job market trends, which have totally changed with the emergence of AI.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you, truly our leaders, for sharing wonderful examples of what's working in your institutions, setting great determination, I think, for other institutions out there. Before we move on, Prashasti, I'd love to get your perspective in now, because, of course, we're hearing all about how organizations, different institutions are implementing AI from students' perspective, faculty perspective. And Coursera has truly been at the very forefront of using AI to transform the learner experience, to transform faculty experiences. Can you share the kind of impact you are seeing that these innovations are having, particularly ultimately in helping the learners to build this very job relevant skill set and improve the employment outcome ultimately?
Yeah, sure. I think what I heard from everyone was, I mean, AI has landed, it's there, and I think we are accepting that AI has a role to play in our daily processes. And that is something which is a little new for higher education, because higher education does take a little longer to adapt, because, it's also a nation building discipline. It takes time to ensure that your models are foolproof. But if you look at what is happening in the real world, from chartered accountants to doctors to employees to consultants to bankers, everybody is integrating AI in their workday. And there are, we are kind of over with that time of where there was a lot of AI fluff. And we're really talking now about real world outcomes that individually we need to find, which are practical. And now it's also becoming hyper specific, because we are all looking at what is the productivity gain that AI can generate. And if you put this in the context of higher education, it also means, in a way, going back to our Guru Shishya Parampara. And I totally love that, because AI is exactly doing what we had moved away from, right? If we look at, the three pillars that existed in the Guru Shishya Parampara, and these are timeless principles, they'll continue forever. There was this Vyaktigat Shiksha, which is personalized learning. There was Sarvangeen Vikas, which is holistic development, which you can call as life skills and 21st century competencies. And there was continuous mentorship, because you could go beyond formal education, go back to your gurus for lifelong guidance, which in the AI world we can call as continuous adaptive lifelong learning, right? Now, if these ancient ideals were supposed to be scaled and know at the pace that we want to scale them at and reach multiple individuals simultaneously, we need a competency like AI. And we need the human guru to continue to provide wisdom, mentorship, problem solving guidance, but we also need an AI tutor to handle personalized content delivery. uh, Dr. Raghuvi talked about students building their own pathways, right? Something like that. But we also need industry which keeps on giving a feedback on what skills are coming up, what is it that the future looks like, and how human computer interaction will evolve. And this is something that goes as a feedback loop into the education system. So what I'm trying to say is, with AI disrupting all ends of our life, the gap between industry and academia has been completely closed. Because now, if you're not doing what the industry requires in the academia, you will not exist. And we have seen that AI has caused a lot of job changes and disruption in terms of layoffs, because AI processes are changing. So at Coursera, we took this context and we said, as a technology enabled platform that serves both the corporations and education, how can we enable this transformation to happen? How can we extend the ancient wisdom, the Guru Shishya Parampara, to deliver at scale? So, students can be empowered. Students can be empowered because they can build their personalized learning pathways. We have AI tutors who can co-teach the students on specific topics. So it's an AI-powered pedagogy. Um, there is also an intelligent tutoring system through AI Coach, which means students can interact while they are learning on Coursera with a coach that can actually interact with them in any language they speak or they feel comfortable about, ask their doubts, and coach will find relevant answers from Coursera's pedagogy and respond to them. And this is a 24/7 assistance that students have. Now, we are also shifting from content delivery to learning design, which means, do we have customized learning that can be scaled? Course builder, program builder, these are a couple of innovations that Coursera has come up with, in which AI actually acts as, assistant to the faculty to build these personalized learning pathways in a fraction of time. We also know that we had moved away from chalkboards to screens, and not from screens, now we've moved away to chatbots. So we also have coach dialogue, which means faculty can implant themselves as an AI avatar and have a Socrates dialogue with the students about a context that they want to double click on, and have a more context based teaching, freeing up time to do more Q&A based learning design in classrooms. These are some of the innovations that have seen a lot of growth and adoption, and we've seen that industry is also responding to it. I mean, we know employers are in a AI recruiting frenzy right now, but there's a 30% average increase in the salaries that are offered to employees if they have demonstrable AI skills. So why this is important? This is important because students are feeling very insecure about not having AI based curriculums, AI based education as part of their program. And we did a survey with students around the world, and they say 72% of them said institutions are responsible for preparing them for Gen AI in the workplace, and they should not be at the receiving end of this frenzy, uh, because when they sign up for an academic program, the academic program should be holistic. For faculty, it's a lot of pressure, which means faculty needs to upskill. And if faculty needs to upskill and spend more time on research, faculty needs these scalable tools which will drive them forward. So I think this is the overall impact of AI that is coming. At Coursera, we've had the privilege of training about 1.6 lakh faculty in the country on various emerging technologies, and we have seen that institutions have had a long-term benefit of doing something like this. And I hope this continues to go on. Back to you, Devika.
Absolutely wonderful. Thanks for that, Prashasti. And if you can just maybe leave our viewers with a little takeaway here, because ultimately, as you've mentioned, there's so much innovation out there. So, if you had to put out there, what are some of the priorities that a university should think of as they begin to explore their AI-led learning journey? What would that be? Or what would those be?
Yeah, I think skills first learning is the first priority, because readiness and ROI are the clear outcomes of a graduation, for a graduate, right? And you're supposed to deliver to the students. But at the same time, having very integrated AI policies to bring on technological capabilities and embed them into the DNA to build customized learning and immersive learning programs, uh, simultaneously upskilling the faculty. So, collaboration, focus on skills, and customization at scale would be really leading into measurable impacts for a university.
Sure. Wonderful. Thank you for that. And now to our entire panel, before we wrap up, I'd also love to ask each of you for a key takeaway, piece of advice for all our viewers out there. Because again, we are looking at a world where everything is shifting, and a fundamental aspect of this is the mindset shift. So, according to each of you, what would you say is that one mindset shift that can really help institutions to truly future proof their learners in this AI driven world? What would that be? That one key thing. Vijendra would you like to kickstart?
Uh, it is to learn how to learn. This is very important. Actually, when we talk about that the jobs are going, which are jobs we have to prepare, the fact is we do not know what type of jobs are coming in future. So the most important thing what every learner has to understand is, one, they have to have a very fluid skill mindset, and they have to learn how to learn. For that, holistic development has to be there. We all have to prepare them for that. And for that, minus AI, 7 C's quickly I would like to mention, which is very important. And everybody speaks about it directly or indirectly. 7 C's is a mantra that I learned in my life. Creativity, curiosity, courage, character, compassion, communication, and consistency. I believe if all these 7 things are there, so be it AI, I remember in the early 90s or even before that, late 80s, when computers came, also this hue and cry was there. People were talking about, oh, now computers are there, jobs will not be there, everybody has to learn computer, computer will replace everyone. But nothing happened. The disruption comes, new creations will be there, new opportunities will be there. We all have to understand and we have to appreciate that new technology platforms are there. They are there to help us to ensure that our young generation is more empowered and we are able to contribute with the purposeful education. So they have to learn how to learn.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you for that. Kanishk?
Yeah, hi. There are a few things that I wanted to point out. One is to understand that AI, instead of embedding them into CS related modules, has to be there for each and every student because it's all pervasive. It exists in all fields of life. So we cannot just limit it to computer science students. We have to see that AI literacy becomes kind of universal in a university setup or in a college setup. The second thing, which is equally important, is that we are seeing that the faculty who've done their graduation or their post graduation in the late 90s or early 2000s, they're falling a little behind. But AI has also democratized this space. So we have envisioned boot camps where teachers and students are learning together, and that's not a bad thing per se. In fact, if they're co-creating as well, that's also not a bad thing. The third thing that I want to say is that academic institutions, especially institutions which are catering to higher education, also serve as a microcosm to the macrocosm of this universe. So you have different departments here, you have cross-departmental learning as well that can be leveraged into making sure that we as a nation can lead the next AI revolution. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that data-driven courses need to become important because with AI in this day and age, we are getting more and more data each day. So if our course design as universities, as places of higher education, become very data-centric, where we are able to, integrate this overflow of data and information into our courses, then we'll probably be able to design and deliver in a better manner. And lastly, but equally important, is that students need to understand that they have to develop a niche for themselves. Like even if they have a substrat of AI knowledge, they need to develop some kind of specialization. Let's say we are talking about biomechanical engineering and how radio diagnostics are changing at a very fast pace. So if there is someone who's understanding machine technology or OT machine technology, if their knowledge of OT machine technology can be coupled up with AI, then they become irreplaceable. Even if you see MD radio diagnostics or doctors who've done their radiology going away, you'll still need a man behind the machine. So we have to understand that our understanding of generative, predictive, or agentic AI has to be coupled with some kind of a specialization so that we remain relevant in the workplace. I think these are some of the ideas I could think.
Sure, thank you. Dr. Raghuveer, again, what are some of those key or the one key mindset shift that every institution should really keep at the forefront?
Sure, sure. I'll build upon what Kanishka has pointed out. It should not stop with the AI literacy. We have a four-staged approach, particularly when it comes to approaching AI. One is the literacy. It should start from the literacy, as he rightly pointed out. AI literacy should be there literally for everyone to understand what AI is capable of doing. Second thing is about AI skilling. Skilling is where we wanted to prepare the students on the specific AI skills like generative AI, how to use it effectively for drafting things, communication, for marketing, any other areas on which you wanted to use. So once you do the literacy and the skilling, third thing comes on the proficiency. Proficiency is where we wanted to align it with the purpose because AI without a purpose will lead to nowhere. So we wanted to make sure that whatever is the purpose and the intent, as Kanishk was pointing out, application of AI for the radiology and image processing and scan processing and other things. We need to align it, whether it is with healthcare or energy or gaming or education, whatever is the passionate area of the students, we need to align them towards that. That leads to AI proficiency so that they understand the context and the data on which this AI models are going to operate upon. Once you do these three stages of literacy, skilling, and proficiency, the fourth is the innovation and excellence because India is in desperate need of development of innovative products and solutions for the world. So it doesn't matter only to learn AI and consume it and effectively use it towards our productivity, but it also depends on how to make our country sustainable in the age of AI. So that means we should not be still relying on other countries for the solutions to be created for our homegrown problems. So we need to create AI-based innovative solutions that comes only when you cross these three levels and you are aligning yourself with the purpose. And the final message that I would like to give to any of the viewers who are attending this is that in the age of AI, be more human. Don't try to compete with AI, rather you try to collaborate with your peers and bring in a lot of natural and human intelligence into the play and try to use AI as a slave, not as a master at any point of time. With AI, you can enhance your productivity so that you can better live your life and you can become more facilitated. From the teacher's perspective, I would say we are literally wasting our teachers' ability to facilitate and mentor students. Rather, we are putting them into the classrooms to teach in a monotonous way, which the students themselves can do to some extent. So when you relieve the teachers from the monotonous teaching that they do, at least 50% of it, they will be utilized as better mentors. That is where the human part comes into picture. Augmented with AI, it will be more personalized. So that will be great help for the students as well. So we need to use AI at all levels, leading to contributing to the country as a whole.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for that,
I
Doctor.
think
Truly
Kanika,
keeping.
I
Please,
just
yes.
wanted to come in, Devina. Dr. Raghuvar explained it very nicely. I just want to add one more thing, right? What he said, automate the mundane and the routine to get more space for critical thinking and human based, so to say, skills. I would add one more thing, which is AI safety. Ethics, governance, understanding of safety of using AI in your day to day lives is a very, very critical skill that all of us, irrespective of where we stand in terms of our profession or journey of life, I think that is something that needs to be embedded, institutionalized, and maybe it's the institutions who can start that revolution of delivering that information to their learners and to the citizens. So just wanted to add that.
Absolutely. Thanks, Prashasti. And yes, truly, I mean, keeping that human touch alive, whether it be from the faculty perspective, the learners, and ultimately the combined effort to create that future ready workforce is absolutely imperative. So thank you all so much. Dr. Sudarshan, let's hear from you. What would you say is that key mindset shift, which is absolutely necessary for institutions to be successful today?
Now, every student has to understand, and in fact, not only student, every faculty also have to understand that AI literacy is a must to everyone, irrespective of which branch of engineering they are studying. So this is the primary advice which I want to give to all the students, that you have to learn AI. Definite, there is no escape for everyone, because as from already referred by Rastogi, Mr. Rastogi, that 30% salary hike they are getting with the expertise in AI. And not only that, more job opportunities are also available for the students having AI literacy and AI skilling. So this shift in the mind or thinking should happen in every university and every student. So in addition to that, what I advise all the students is not to overdo AI, but think more and learn particularly problem solving skills, critical thinking, and areas where human expertise is required. These areas the student should focus themselves and come up with innovative products and innovations to support the national growth. This is very important. And for any faculty who are looking at this program, I would advise them that if you go to the classroom and teach, the content which is already available in the AI chatbot or any other internet source, the students are not going to get attracted to your lecture. So now, what we are doing at JNTU is we are preparing our lecture notes in such a way that the content is not available in any of the AI chatbots or any internet source. So by preparing the projects, by preparing the real life models and presenting them in the class, try to attract the students to your class. And this not only attracts the students to the class, but also helps them to improve their personalized human skills, which are very important, as mentioned by Ms. Rastogi. So this is the focus with which the faculty and the students have to work in this era of AI. And more so, the prompt engineering has become very important. So in addition to what AI literacy, what we are speaking, the way you prompt your chatbot is very important to extract the data from the maybe chat GPT or perplexity, whatever it is. So we have introduced a topic prompt engineering for every branch of engineering now. So this is also a very important shift that every university has to think and train their students in the present AI era.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Doctor. I mean, it's been truly such an honor to have all of you leaders here today and sharing your perspectives on what the future of higher education looks like. I'm sure we've served a great amount of inspiration to all of our viewers. So, to our viewers, to you as well, thank you for logging in. Do stay tuned, though. As we said, this is the kickstart of season 2 of our LinkedIn Live series, which is all about leading the change with higher education leaders, an initiative by ETEducation in partnership with Coursera for Campus. So thank you once again to all of our viewers. Thank you to all of our leaders for sharing everything you have today, all your personal experiences and insights. It's truly been a pleasure to host you. Do join us again for the next conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.